Hi, this is Tim for 11 Heroes. Welcome to our session preview of the Game Week 3 on Fanaments. Today will be exciting because we're playing the Major on Fanaments at 2000 guaranteed. For this, we want to create our lineup and then have a look at the game odds, goal odds, and clean sheet odds. Then I would like to show you some variations of my lineup, and yeah, let's see. Let's get right into the action. First of all, the game odds. Northern Ireland versus Germany, obviously German the clear favorite there. Ukraine versus Poland should be pretty draw heavy, but slight advantage with Poland. Croatia versus Spain is kind of hard to predict because Spain will probably rest some players, and because they already qualified, and Croatia still wants for sure to have a point. So we'll see about that game. Czech Republic versus Turkey, slightly favorite the Czech Republic. Italy versus Republic of Ireland. Obviously, Italy is the favorite, but it's not a real big difference here because Italy will rest for sure some players. Conte already announced that he will do that, though that will be pretty interesting. We'll probably have the same what we have in this Croatia-Spain game, that we won't nominate any players of Italy or Spain because we're just not sure who plays there, so that will be pretty important for us to realize. Sweden versus Belgium, Belgium favorite, Iceland versus Austria, Austria slightly favorite, and Hungary versus Portugal, Portugal the clear favorite, so that should be pretty interesting. If we go to the goal out there, we'll have a look there, and we can see Cristiano Ronaldo leaving with 60%, clear favorite here to take a goal, followed by Müller, Gomez, Lewandowski, Götze, Lukaku, Morata, so a lot of known names. For us, it will be interesting how to nominate there, because seeing this, usually 3 strikers or 4 strikers here, we just can nominate 3, but they're usually pretty expensive, so we have to see what we can do there and what we can afford for our team. Having a look on the clean sheet odds, no surprise either there. Germany favorite on that board, so 62% to play with no goal against them. Portugal 50, Spain and Italy followed there. Both hard to predict because probably won't play with their players which they nominated in the first 2 games, so that will be a little tough. And then we have them followed by Poland, Austria and stuff, so couldn't be interesting though. Still, the odds are like, at least for capped here with Austria and above, they are pretty likely to be good though, because still a 40% chance for a clean sheet is not that bad. So we'll probably use some of those teams. So let's see. I would say let's enter the tournament. For sure, we have already decided that with a goal chance of 60%, Cristiano Ronaldo will be our captain. He also takes penalties and direct free kicks, so he should be a good choice here. So let's get into the Fanaments lobby. As you can see, there are qualified for the 2000 guaranteed, and that's where we want to put our team in there. So load, and then we go into it. So our first choice, already told you, is Cristiano Ronaldo, and we'll put him just in. Oh, Poland. Well, we already can take Robert Lewandowski here. If we can see, he just has a price of 6.2 million, which is pretty cheap, so we'll definitely take him too. But we won't make him captain. You could do that if you think too many players will nominate Cristiano Ronaldo. But I think against Hungary it would be a mistake not going with him, because he's totally capable of doing or scoring 2 or 3 goals. So if basically by not nominating him, that's like too big of a risk, and I think in this tournament you can take other risks which are not that high. So let's nominate our last striker then. If we already did nominate Lewandowski, we can look at Thomas Müller and we can nominate him, and you can see by going back to the goal odds, we have the first 3 players not regarding Gomez, because you're not quite sure if he will start. If he will start, he will be definitely a good choice too. So you can decide if you would rather take Thomas Müller or Mario Gomez. Both of them take penalties, so it's kind of a tough choice here. But That said, Gomez saves you 2.5 million budget, so if this comes into consideration, it's probably Gomez, but we'll see. Let's go back. So there you can see he's like 2.5 million cheaper, so that should be a good choice then if he plays, but we don't know that for sure. By now consideration is like we only can play a 4-3-3 system or a 3-4-3 system. So we already decided we take 3 strikers because the price of them is too low to not to take them, and their goal chances are too high. So we only used like 21.7 million of our budget and still have 78.3 left. So it's pretty awesome, and that should be like really doable to line up a team which is capable of winning. So that said, making the decision on which system we're playing, the 4-3-3 has a little more variance because if both of your teams or the team where you nominate 3 defensive players not plays with a clean sheet, you're basically out of the money and playing by the 2-2 split in the defense, playing a 3-4-3, then it would be still possible to do the money. But even that said, even the risk is higher, the EV is higher too. So we'll probably go for a 4-3-3 system. Wow, was kind of tough. Sorry for that. So let's go into the defensive players then. Probably Manuel Neuer is a good keeper, but you can see he's very pricey. So we go to Portugal, who has the second highest clean sheet. As you can see here, they are still in with 50%, and we only can use 4 players of each team. So that said, we probably want to use Mario Götze because he's a midfielder at Fanaments, so he's probably a high chance to score too. So we'll take him. So we start with Patrizio in our goal, go to defense, and we'll nominate Pepe. And yeah, for sure that will be Carvalho, the next player to nominate. So we have that. Then we go to Germany, and we'll nominate there Mats Hummels because he's always capable of scoring a goal. He's a strong header and yeah, just a good player. And we can follow him up with Jonas Hector, who's also very nice. So we have our defense set and just have to pick 3 midfielders. We can stay at Germany, go for Mario Götze, like mentioned already before. He only costs about like 8 million and has a really high goal scoring chance. I think it was 46, yeah, 46% as you can see here. So that should be pretty nice. And so we already picked 4 players of Germany and 4 players of Portugal. Like if you can see in our first sheet, we had the teams which are the most favorite here, so lined up. So that's pretty nice, I guess, as long as they perform well. But we'll see about that. And for example, if you ask me why I don't nominate Rafael Guerrero, Carvalho will play more likely than Guerrero because he had yesterday some issues with his, I don't know with what, but he had some issues and it was not clear safe if he is able to play. So after nominating Götze, the player with the highest goal scoring chance was Martin Harnik with 36%, as you can see here. So Harnik here, 36, De Bruyne 35, so that could be the first 2 choices here after Götze, but obviously we would like even so to pick Eden Hazard because he scores the penalties usually, and yeah, he's just a great pick too. So we have to see how it will work out with our budget. Considering all the facts and assists, I would rather go with Hazard than with Harnik. So we have to see if it works out for the budget. So we go to Belgium. Just give me a sec. Here, we go to Belgium in the midfield and choose De Bruyne for sure. He's also kicking the corners, so he will be for sure a good pick. And then we would like to pick Hazard, but as you can see, we're now our budget. So it's probably not the best idea to do that. So we'll basically just switch that off and yeah, put him here instead of Hazard. What would be another interesting choice now for a double or nothing tournament? As you can see, that would be basically the team I would set up to go here and enter. But there's another interesting choice which we can do, and it's like just playing a 2+2 split in the defense and still nominating Hazard here. So that will give us a chance to play with 4 midfielders and just 3 defenders and 1 goalkeeper. And even though if one of our teams gets scored against, which we choose in the defense, we still have chances to get in the money. Usually our peak performance will not that high as if we took the other way, but we'll make the money a lot more often. So you have to consider that. Since this is such a high guaranteed tournament, we usually go with more variance and the peak performance, so we could do that. But still, for a double or nothing, this is a perfectly fine lineup, and I would definitely go with it in like basically all of the double or nothing tournaments I play. So I'm pretty convinced of this lineup. Another even more variance choice would be like to nominate another defensive line, not the ones of Germany, obviously, because they should be pretty strong and yeah, they are able to score goals, which is usually not the case for the Portugal team. But we could pick, for example, the Austria team. I can show you here. Austria has like 39%, which is still pretty decent. It's obviously not that high, so you lose like 11% to Portugal, but it's still nice. And if you go back here, you can see in the defense of Austria, there are some really amazing picks we can do. So, for example, David Alaba, we can just clear this. So we clear our defense and just leave midfield behind like this. So that is basically our dream case, and now we're picking defenders. And we could pick, obviously, Christian Fuchs, who just got Premier League champion with Leicester. He's kicking some corners. Yeah, he assists at some goals, so he's a pretty nice choice. David Alaba takes the direct free kicks. Probably he will score penalties if they are able to get one, so we pick him. And then we have Alexander Dragovic, who's like really decent player, but he got booked first yellow and then red, so he was not able to play in the last game. So his price is really cheap, and we can take him. And then we have still like a lot of budget left, so we can probably pick Manuel Neuer from Germany here and enter with that team. So this is like kind of a high variance choice to do that, because we're totally dependent on Austria to play with clean sheet. If they don't, we'll probably won't make any money. But if they do, we have like a really high chance to perform really well. Because like Germany is pretty likely to play with clean sheet, and then we have still the strong Mats Hummels, and we have like all the decent players we wanted to, and set up our dream team. So this is like a really nice team to participate with. And in his peak performance, it will beat the other teams, but the EV of it, it's slightly lesser than the other two. So this is clearly a tournament which you play then here to win. So you could take this team and bring it to the table. So I will do that, and yeah, I hope you liked the some variations which we did, and you had a little fun. So please give us your feedback. We always are suspicious to hear what you have to say and what can make our site better. So I hope you enjoyed, and good luck in the tournament. This was Tim for 11 Heroes. Bye bye.